Hopefully this works. Oh, right. Alright. I'm gonna do my intro in a moment. I'm just trying to get some stuff set up in her. Find this Shikara Ganai. All right. Seriously hoping that me putting on no putting on this playlist here for the YouTube people. No copyright lo-fi hip hop. I want beats to hack to, damn it. So don't be trying to get me all in trouble over there in the YouTube space and shiitake. I'm gonna give it about 4 more minutes. I might just change this playlist actually. Actually, you know what? I think I'll just change it to... Hang on, because I gotta make sure I do this for the YouTube folks. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. No copyright lo-fi hip-hop. Okay? YouTube. So when I put it on there, you can get up off my scrotum with that crapioca pudding, alright? Don't want no copyright flag, because it says right here, YouTube people. Ugh, damn. It's like every time I try to have something nice on here, it's like YouTube's like, you're playing something that you're not supposed to get in trouble for, but we're getting you in trouble for it anyway. It's like, oh god. It just freaking stop. Get our chat started. Okay. See, I need viewers to gauge if my music is too low, too high. Can you guys hear me correctly or what? Okay, let's just get this party started. I'm gonna hit the... I think I'm gonna hit the pause on this one because I don't trust the tube view. Alright, so let's kick this off in 3, 2, Uno. What up, everybody? It's your boy, the Humble Hacker from Chi-Town, Sharonin, back with another video. And today, we're going to be reviewing these 3 tools here for our beginner bug bounty baseline course. I don't know of another B word to describe a class. But we're going to be going over these 3 tools here. AMASS, Subfinder, and or however people pronounce that, because I'm not gonna. Which I think, what was this the acronym of? Fuzz factor? What? Fuzz factor? You floop? What the hell is FFUF? Damn it! Let's see what the definition of this damn thing is. It's a feast web fuzzer written in freaking Go. Oh, fuzz faster, you fuh. Alright, I guess that's what it is today. Alright, so we're going to be going over these three here. And I want to also say thank you to all my subscribers. We are currently at 849. 849 people. That is a lot. I think last week it was like 820 something. I can't remember which one it was, but either way, thank you all for subscribing and supporting your boy and all that other jazzy Faye. And so we already went over what we're going over today. Next week we're going to be going over how to discover live hosts. Yay! Alright, cool. So let us get this party started. Now my VPS is not working, so I cannot use that as an example. So I'm going to be using a VM instead. So AMASS. What does this do? AMASS is a asset discovery tool, and we have multiple ways of looking for assets. Simply like a subdomain brute forcing, resolving IP addresses, and also I just completely forgot what third one right off the top of my head. Brute forcing, DNS brute forcing. Sorry about that. And this one is definitely good because this does a lot of great work to do a lot of digging. As far as our recon is concerned, I definitely like to use this one other than other tools. There are some other ones that I can actually probably put into this video here after our main three. So let's go and get this party started right by finding where in the hell we install this. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to do simply enter in this command right here. Install AMASS. Alright, let's go ahead and paste that there and get this tool installed. Yay! Alright, so we already have it installed. Let's go backwards and see what this thing can do. Alright, let's find our let's use our tutorial for some example usage and begin. Alright, so we have 5 different modules in AMASS that we can use. We use AMASS Intel, discover targets for enumerations, Enum, perform enumerations in network mapping, visualize our results, track differences between enumerations, and manipulate graph database. We're not going to really focus on this one or this one. We're just going to try to pay attention to these 3, but primarily these 2. I just got lost in the sauce for a second, but I think we're on the right track. Moving on. All right. So let's see what these ones that we're going to be doing does. These main 3. So our AMASS Intel, what this subcommand lets us do is collect OSINT on an organization. So we can find further root domain names associated with said organization. And here is how we use that. So we call AMASS. Okay. AMASS Intel. Let's go. And here we can either search by domain name, by address range, by ASN number, and by the CEDR. Now, here is something to pay attention to. These 2 are very useful pieces of information on top of this one. And how do we get this information right here? Oh, that's easy. We simply just go to bgp.he.net. Why am I doing a southern accent like an idiot? Stop that, Roro. Alright, so here is our Internet Services Toolkit. So what we can easily do here is find a target and see if it has either an address range or an ASN number. So let's just do like a basic one, Sony. Okay, so what this these are the ASN numbers that we would use to put into here. So what was the command to utilize ASN? Well, let's go ahead and find that. Dash ASN. All right, cool. So we're going to simply put dash ASN, space that out, and let's just pick one. So go to computer entertainment. Let's just use that as an example. So here we're just going to take just the number. This is the number to describe it here. Paste that here. I'm going to open up another one. Oops, and I just spelled. There we go. So we're going to use this one because it's going to make things a hell of a lot easier. All right. So what is happening right now is that we're using AMASS to run an intel search, which means analysis via like OSINT tactics on an ASN that we found related to a target company, which was, we picked Sony, and we're specifying that ASN number here. All right, so while that is doing that, let's go on to the next one, which is Enum. I believe. And here's basically what it would do here. Specify like domain, and then get a whois. Like, and then search like whois, so we would get that like the whois data from this particular domain. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's change this one instead. Hold up a second. I want to use. Ah, dang it! All right. Okay. Okay, so where the hell is that other one at? All right, so let's do this one again. Okay. And hold on. Okay. So in here we can specify organization by having set organization enclosed in single quotes. Now here's what I want to do next, which is this Enum module here. So let us begin utilizing this command, specifying a new domain, and seeing what those responses are. So let's take this. Instead of using Sony, let's use the site we're going to be using a lot of our web hacking on, which is Hackspert, ran by the always amazing XSS Rat. Definitely check this stuff out because he is fantabuloso. So here's like a lot of the labs that we're going to be working on throughout the course and stuff here, just so you can get a better understanding on how these things work. And again, building our foundation as hackers. So this one's taking a little bit long period of time, as is this. So I want to see what else we can do in the meantime. Let me see, because I just want this just to give us like one result, honestly. And actually, let me stop this here. Let's see what else that we could do with AMASS while this is running. Let me see if I could. Let me see if there's threads in this thing. Hell no, they ain't. Don't you just stink on ice racks? Okay. So. Okay. So overall, when we use Intel, we can, like, again, we can find any matches using that through OSINT to find additional domain names here. Unfortunately, I was like waiting for this flipping thing to hurry up, but it don't wanna. All right, so what's our next thing that we can do? The next one is going to be our Enum. So let us simply pick. This one. So passive, using the switch of passive, meaning we're not digging into the company itself. We're just using like publicly accessible data that we can use in order to find like results that relate to this domain here, and describing their source, meaning where did it come from? Did it come from like threat crowd, virus total, or what other subdomain enumeration tool that this application utilizes? So let me just copy this again, and I think I already copied it initially, and if I did and I totally forgot, feel free to send your lawsuit for suing me for misguiding you over to the I don't give a fuck P.O. box. I'm just kidding, you all. You all are amazing. All right, so let's see. I don't know why I don't know why AMASS takes so dang on long to freaking do stuff. Jeez, man. All right, let's see what else we got here. Just seeing how the chat's doing in there. Okay, using AMASS in active configuration mode means that you'll have more accurate results and more assets may be discovered as you can enable all DNS enumeration techniques. Okay, so this will definitely be doing a lot more digging than other tools would be, by like brute forcing and going deep into like the weeds through going through like DNS records as well to find more targets to attack. That's definitely a good thing here. What is it? Whoa, what else do we have? Those are pretty much like the big ones here that we have. So what's this one? All right, so here's our next one, which is AMASS track. So what AMASS track does, this is the second most useful subcommand. Okay, it helps compare results across enumerations performed against the same target and domain. All right, so read that one more again. It helps compare results across enumerations performed against the same target and domain. So, all right, it looks for what's different or what was changed from an initial scan here. So an example is when a below compares the last two enumerations performed against OWASP.org. This is done by specifying the same AMASS output folder and database we have been using in this blog. The most interesting lines are the ones starting with the found keywords, meaning the subdomain was not identified in previous enumerations. Okay. All right. Let's go down to Viz. Viz subcommand allows you to visualize all gathered information stored in the AMASS graph database for a target in a number of ways. Oh, okay. Results can be imported into Montego for further OSINT analysis. All right. All right. Well, yeah, it looks a little messy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I really wouldn't. This is only just me. I wouldn't see it because it's so jumbled everywhere. It's like, hold up, how am I supposed to like track where am I at? What am I doing? Or something like that. Yeah, that looks way too junky to do. Let's see if we got any responses. Here we go. All right. So we just finished doing the passive enumeration on OWASP.org, and we specified the sources. All right. So these are the subdomains that were detected from passive scanning, and here's where those results came from. Anavalt, Anubis, douchebag, alien, abuse, IPDB. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Moving on. All right, and then we have the Riddler and some other Shikata Ganai. We got Hacker Target, and we got DNS right here. Okay, so these are the subdomains that were discovered passively and where those were found at. So this is definitely good by giving us a list of subdomains that we can work with. Now, if we don't want that source part, but we want to look for active, we can just change that instead. It'll look for all of the domains that are actively running against the target, and it will let us know what in the FFUF it found in it. So let's go. Oh, okay, so that one's not running anymore. All right. So now that that is done, and we're still looking at this, let's look at our next tool in the meantime, Subfinder. So this is similar to the source switch that was on AMASS when discovering domains. This one uses like a small list of my brain is like off today. It uses a small list of subdomain enumeration sites and just runs off those and displays all of their outputs. So let me see if we have this installed. Okay, so here we are. We're getting responses from active subdomains that are on this target. Here we have all the ones that are passive, the ones that hopefully are running, and here's ones that are found to be actively running, but we don't know what's on them yet. So, and here we are. We have our results of the IP addresses that we can also use to scan with Nmap there. So let's keep it pushing. So our next tool, as I was saying, is Subfinder. Let me make sure that I got it installed on here. No, I don't. All right, so let's grab that. Okay, how we use Subfinder? Call the application, and we specify the domain, or we specify a domain list, and we can take those either domains or subdomains and see if there's anything else that's under those subdomains that we already are pulling into Subfinder. All right, so recursive, you know, if you want to like follow links or whatever. Let's see, use all sources. Don't know what other sources this thing has, though. We have our output string. Specify the type of file that we want it with the extension that we want it to have. We can use this JSON here format. We can specify a directory to write the output, and we can also include host IP addresses in the output, so we can put that into Nmap as well. And those look like they're the only ones to really utilize. We can make it be silent and just print out, kind of like GoBuster, where you use the I think it's the S switch for silent, so it doesn't present the banner or anything. It just goes straight through into what it's doing. Alright, so let's go and install this bad boy on our system here. Crap. Okay, so I need to install Golang first. I don't know why, but I've been on a huge Kenny Loggins binge for like the past couple of days. Just been like hearing it in my head, like, fuck, I gotta listen to Kenny Loggins now so I can get it out of my damn head, bro. Cheese and rice. Alright, let me go ahead and move this down here just so it's not obstructing your all's view. And we're installing the Golang. Progress is at 5%, yeah? The installation is going according to plan, yeah? Alright, so now we got Golang installed. Now let's install this damn Subfinder. Alright. There's all the stuff that we're installing. Yay! I just install. Okay. Alright. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. Thank you. So let's do this here. And let's see what we could do to build out a good scan syntax. There we go. And let's go through these to see what's useful and what's not also. Let's see, configuration key, API keys. Okay, so D domain define subdomains for. So we're going to go specify Subfinder. Let's go with hackspert.com, but we have to specify this with a -D switch. Let's go ahead and run that. Alright. Now while that's running, we look for another thing that we can use. Let's see. Alright, so let's just change this just so we can have more stuff to kind of work with, so we can utilize this tool a lot better. Alright, so let's do Sony again, just simply using it as an example. So here are all of the subdomains that were found via Subfinder. And looks like, okay, I was going to say in alphabetical order, but it's not. It is not in alphabetical order. Dang you. Alright, so we got some more stuff in here. Wait for this crap to end. Actually, matter of fact, I don't want to. Let's just copy all that we have right here and put that into a file first. And let's just use this as our initial list here that we can play with these tools along with. Alright, so let's just go up some more. Sorry, my finger's itching. Oh, flip mode, squad and halitosis, and habanero. Damn peppers, man. Alright. Is it done? Alright, fine. Damn thing's done. Let's go to the bottom of the dang screen. Okay. Let's just copy a short amount of these here. Okay. Create a just create a generic file here. All right, so Subfinder had another switch to use, which is lowercase d, capital L. And now what this is going to do is take the list of subdomains that we have and then look for subdomains under the subdomains that we already found. So this is going to be getting like a lot deeper into the weeds here to be able to find more things that we can attack to build out our attack surface. And again, I'm starting to learn more about this stuff as I go, which is definitely cool because it makes me a lot more knowledgeable in what I'm doing, as well as like everyone else who wants to start, you know, like slow with me and stuff like that. So essentially what it's doing right now is looking for extra subdomains up under these, like I was saying. What's the next one that we... never mind. Hang on. Let me stop this one. And where's the... Okay, here we go. OI, right? Output in host IP format. All right, so let's do this one again. And use OI this time. Whoops. Wait. Okay. Hot set flag must be used with wildcard option. See what this does. Nothing. Okay, that stinks on ice. Wait, let's try putting this in the front. Alright, guess that doesn't work either. Alright, so smoke your throat box, you frigazoid. Alright, fine. If you want to be like that. Alright, I see how it is. I see how it is. Alright, so we just went through AMASS and Subfinder. Now, let's now start with of the kerfuffle, which is fuffle. Is that how they call it? The kerfuffle of fuff. Alrighty. So let us find where that could be at. That's here. Let's go with our installation. Okay. Let's install this one now. Alright. Whoops, wrong damn command. Okay. Alright, so let's open our tool folder. Now, let's start with our basic understanding of what can do here with this application. We can do subdomain enumeration. We can enumerate for virtual hosts. We can also scan, do like directory brute forcing, as well as fuzzing for finding parameters and finding acceptable file types, as well as fuzzing for vulnerabilities, similar to burp intruder. And in OWASP Zap, there's like a there's an active tool or request editor that automates it. I totally forgot it. It was on the tip of my tongue. Let's go look for it so we don't so we all have it correctly in our minds so we don't miss anything. OWASP Zap. We do have a fuzzing. We do have a fuzzing option here. So interceptors, breakpoint, intruders, fuzzer. Okay, so it's just called the fuzzer in Zap. So this is the equivalent of what FFUF does. So the site that we're going to be using our Hackspert here. Now, this tool is really dope for a lot of reasons because we can customize how this application works and make it a hell of a lot more effective for us to be able to see precisely what we want to see, things like that. So I'm going to call it FFUF, right? Specify our URL. Whoopsies. // I should now hit the back button, fix that problem, specify our word list, alright, and one thing that I like to do is colorize it and then be verbose so it'll print the entire path that it found. And I like to set the threads. You have to space this out because it's different from GoBuster. And my num lock is still off. Damn it. Okay. Alright. Oops. And we specify where we want FFUF to fuzz by simply entering fuzz at the end of the URL. Should have done that before. My bad. So now we have it running. And now it's giving us responses. Now here is where it gets cool. See how we just got dumped all these other pages, and notice, sorry my ear, and notice the consistency in these 200 responses. That the ones that have 200 responses, they have the exact same amount of the exact same file size, the exact same words, and the exact same lines. We can filter this out simply by using -FL. This is going to filter the lines, and we're going to put 2. Now, anything that matches this response will not show up. And we can, and as you see right here, we have every other path that's coming up, and it's a lot cleaner, and it doesn't have any results that resemble this as well. Now, Roro, what if it's words instead? Easy. Simply close this out. Change this FL to FW. How many words? FW to represent words. I'm going to change this 2 to a 5. Run it again, and we should get the exact same results here, which is any response that contains the number 5 in it for the words, do not show it at all. And that's basically what we did. So we filtered by both lines and words here. So if there's any other deviations from this, we can again trim it down if we want by simply adding a comma and what other like number that it could be that we want to filter out. All right, so that is simply directory like brute forcing there. Now, what if we're already there, but we don't know what parameters to look for? Like, or we want to see like what parameters might the target be utilizing that we don't know about. All right, so let's do this a different way then. Go ahead and grab one of these. Let's go ahead and pick one. And let's find, here we go. So we have a parameter that allows input, which is fname. So we'll put in our input in this field, and the name will be John, and the result that we get back is going to be related to John, right there. All right, so let's go into our FFUF again. Okay. Specify our word list. And one of the things that we're going to use is, if I can find a dang thing. Where? All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find out where it went. Found it. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is utilize this right here. Burp parameter names, right? We're going to use this as our word list that we're going to use to attack this link here. And again, we have to specify where we want our word list to attack here. And right now we're using the word list of burp parameter names. So here we're going to attack the burp parameter names. So going to get rid of this. Simply change this to fuzz to see what other parameters that this site utilizes. You wait, where's the damn? U flag. Oh, dumbass. All right. I see it. Yep, I accidentally spaced this out. All right, there we go. So now we're official. Specifying a word list switch. There we are. So now again, you see we have all these responses, the 200, and that's a lot. But we don't know if these are legit or not. So again, we simply filter it out. Anything with 31 lines, don't print it. So now, when we run it again, it won't print out all of these anymore because we're already saying any line that consists of this, do not print it. And it's from here we'll see what parameters are actually available and which ones are not. And if not, then we see that either there are other parameter names that are not in this list that we don't know about, on top of us needing to dig into the site itself in order to find these parameter names, add it to the list, and then see if we can get the same results from like another subdomain or something like that. So here we have nothing as far as domains are concerned. So we can continue to fuzz as well, to fuzz the data. So let me go ahead and split this in half. So what we can also do is simply change this. And now I can put this here, change this word list path, and let's see what's in the main one. Amount of characters. Let's go with. Okay. Oh, here's file extensions as well. Let's do that. Hang on. Extensions. Okay. Let's do this one next. Change the position. See what file extensions that are allowed. I need to get rid of this filter lines. What the hell? Let's see. So, oh, okay. So the dots there. Okay. All right. I see it. All right. So now what we're gonna do here is simply do it like here, and now it should run all of these in this place here, which it just did, and said that you couldn't find squat. All right, we'll just crap in your freaking hat. All right, where else do we want to go? Wait. I could have sworn that I had another one, another word list here. Let's go with fuzzing. Let's see here. Just so I could just use it as an example. We'll try to find a good one here. Actually, it looks like there isn't really anything. Alright. So, let us still reading over here just to see if anything stands out or not. Okay, we have char. Well, there's really not that much to utilize here, but still, it's good to go over it though. Actually, what I do is no, because I'm trying to think of it in my head, and if I use it and I do find something, then I get in trouble for that. There's a word list that I like to use. There's two actually, and I don't have them on here. So we have one list for all, and holy shikataganai, I just totally forgot what the hell the second one was. It was, oh right, there we are. Dot pin. I like this word list. I don't know if I could find it. I think it has a word list in it. I thought it did. So what it basically does is it basically like it's an enormously large word list that is used for fuzzing. So like directory traversal, LFI, RFI, stuff like that. And it has it all in like one list. This particular one is Rock You of Web Fuzzing. This is a huge word list for web fuzzing that utilizes a lot of different factors in it. Similar to this .pwn, but this one has more of a wider range of stuff that we can use for fuzzing, especially in certain positions too. So here, again, using FFUF, We simply specify the word list that we want to use, which is this. Specify the domain. And anything after this is going to be looked at. So let's take a peek at one of these here. Just so I can shut the up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Alright. So when we specify the position, it's going to run all of these that would be in, again, multiple word lists, and see if anything sticks out from here. So we'll look for any of these words, and this is a huge list too. This is a very huge list. Yeah, so we'll look for all of these paths here, all the way down like to Z. Let me see. There was a word list for this, but I can't find it. Let's just simply do a search for that. Okay, so I guess it is just an application now. Oh well, we tried. We tried. So it's always, so one thing, if you're ever like fuzzing or doing like directory busting and you're using FFUF, always, just to keep track of everything, highly suggest starting from left to right. Meaning, we start at paths to find what paths that we are available to us, making notes of those paths, then seeing what if we do have a URI that has this type of file extension specificity, we can fuzz for files that the system may have with that PHP extension. We can also use the extension word list once I back up a step, and I can find it. Web extension. I think we saw it already. Here we go. Okay. We have these multiple word lists to detect what file extension is acceptable on the web page. So we can use this, and these three here to cover our bases to see like if there are different file extensions, so we can determine like the technology, because if it's PHP, mostly going to be running on Linux, and if it's ASPX, it's mostly running on a Microsoft IIS server. So we can use that to help put in our mind like where our next route should be at. After that, we can fuzz for different parameters. If we find other parameters on our target that we're looking at, simply add them to that what list was that? Where the hell was that damn burp parameter list there? I think it was under discovery and web content. Here we go. We can add new parameters that we find to this burp parameter names list to build it out. So if we're on another target, we can simply run our updated parameter list to see what parameters that another target may have on it. And then we can fuzz the data of that parameter to see if we can detect multiple bugs for it, similar to the one list for all word list there. So that is everything in regards to a next one that we can use for that is to detect virtual hosts as well. So stuff that's not going to be on like an active like domain scanning sense, like through AMASS. So let's find that one. Here we go. Virtual host discovery without DNS records. So how in the H do we pull that off? We simply go right here. Yep, we already did these fuzzings here. Get fuzzing post data as well. Now we're going to just look at how to do this here. So let's pop in our notepad. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, specify our host there, hackexpert.com. Let's find a virtual host word list. Okay. All right, discovery. Let's see. Foot itches a little bit. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can. Let's see if we can find a virtual host word list here. So let's not worry about that. The vhost word list. Let's just use another one that we can use in its stead. So let's simply take this, print this here. In here, what we're doing, we are using the -h. This is to add a header. Let's specifying the host and fuzz right there. Let's confirm that by going split. So the -H, where are you at? Header name, value, separated by colon. So that confirms that there. We might not need to filter the file size. So let's get rid of that. Okay. Specify our path of the word list here. Let's just use that. And let's see what we get here. All right, so now we're getting some more results with the same consistent data in it. So let's simply filter the lines to. So we should not get any responses with anything related to 2 lines in it. So as we see, we're not getting anything because instead of how we did before, we got all of this. Again, we said I don't want anything to do with any line that has this in it. So don't show me anything that has 2 lines in it. So it took everything with the status code of 200, size of 58, words of 5, and lines of 2, and said do not print any of them at all. And as we see here, we're not really getting much of any results there because it's unlikely that there are virtual hosts being hosted on hackexpert.com. So let me see. So that's basically everything for these 3 tools. Again, for AMASS, I like it because it does a lot of good deep diving holistically, a lot more than Subfinder would do. So I definitely suggest getting more acclimated and learning how AMASS works with using the tool there. It is fantastic doing fuzzing and enumeration to, as we just saw, how we can enumerate a web page sequentially by simply just focus by using one word list for this part, one word list for this part, one word list for this part, and one word list for that part. So that definitely helps out with getting a more having more options when attacking a target. And as I was saying before, FFUF, I think that's what it's called, or how it's pronounced. It works similar to utilizing the intruder tab in Burp Suite and the fuzz option in OWASP Zap. So that's basically Ertang. Thank you very much for going on a journey with me. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay updated on future content. And my name is Shai Ronan. And if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and DM me on my Twitter or drop a comment down below. I am out. You guys have yourself a wonderful weekend. Peace.